I started in 2009 as a Generation Next member. I joined FemLINKPACIFIC through the Catholic Women's League. So I started producing programs. I was assigned to do market reports and also interview women leaders. And then I was doing that for almost 1.5 years. And then I was approached by our executive director if I could assist our community media assistant with administration work. That's when I started to work at the front desk, help with admin duties. And then after that I was assigned the role of being the team leader for the Young Women's program. And then later on in 2012 I was deployed as a programs admin officer. And then and then now in 2014 I'm the network coordinator and also the program admin officer. I started within myself first. As a young woman growing up, I was I have learned a lot of things from this when I joined. I personally I have learned how to as a young woman I value the rights that I have. I have become to know the rights, my rights, and also I have learned about more on my capacity building. I have built confidence within myself. I am empowered with the work that I do, and I have also passion in what I do. I have learned a lot of things when I joined FemLink. I have with my capacity building, I have improved on my interpersonal skills, my relationship with other young women and the women, and also I have become to fully understand my rights. And also I have because growing up as a young woman in my community, I don't know the value of who I am. But then when I've come to FemLink, I have there's a lot of information, and I've attended a lot of trainings, and that empowered me, and also it gives me the view to look at things, and I have seen things in a different way, and I've also it's not only that, but I've also contributed financially to my family. I've helped my mom pay the bills. I also help with small things that with the high cost of living. I have also contributed to my family's financial difficulties, and also with FemLINKPACIFIC. When I joined for broadcast, it was only in the weekends, but now we have broadcast every day, and with programs we only conduct programs within our own you just identify women leaders and who you want to interview. But now it's we have taken a big step with producing programs and involving more young women from the different network, and also our network of even in Suva, we give them the space for them to come, utilize the resources that we have, the technical equipment. We have a lot of computers now. With the computers, we assign them with computers in the office, the tape recorders, the digital recorders, and all those things. Some of the barriers of the work that I do, sometimes it depends on the weather, and also for example, in the beginning of the year, we were in Nandi for one of the consultation, and there was flooding in Nandi. So we were not able to carry out the consultation. And also, like with political instability in the country, all those kind of things, like we have laws, decrees that we send out, that it creates a barrier to like the work that we do, especially when we're dealing with media. Yeah, so it's just that during that flood in Nandi, we were not able to carry out the consultation, and what we did instead, we visit, or we drove around and checked all the communities around the areas of Nandi and where the women are staying, and then the next day we managed to bring the women who are closer to town. So those are the things that like those are the things that we carried out in order to overcome the difficulties that we face, and also with the political instability. It's planning ahead, because like when it comes to the broadcast log and all the things that is sent out, it needs to be like sent to certain places for approval. So what from my understanding, it is like we were doing the work beforehand, I mean like in advance, so that everything will just fall into its own the day it should be produced. 2015, I would like to see a whole lot of our 1325 women who have been part of our network to take part in decision making from the different levels that they represent, especially in the community level, in the village meetings, also in the district level. So I would like to see that, and also for the women who are now in the parliament, because we have already ratified CEDAW, so a proper implementation of CEDAW to be happening.